from the 9th of the 2nd month of 1443. Page of Presents, 10 of Potions, and 2 of Needles, reversed. Not all fears should be maintained. By passion and before understanding clears, what have you gained? Our continuing domain relies on extra cost being restrained. And what are your initial thoughts there?
I'm picking up the December. I feel emotional elements, especially like the self-control. A lot of emotional things, just the relationships and just self-control, what one could call love, again, just all kinds of things pertaining to emotions.
Well, the 10 of Potions is supposed to be the most emotional card in the deck. The other one's thoughts and, the material. So we've got, the last card here. Just sit in your position rather than try to do another's work of actualization. And so Sally, I think the name is sewing the Santa Claus outfit. Of course, you may know the Santa Claus outfit comes from the fact of just how rich at least one of the St. Nicholases was.
Yeah.
Some guy about to sell his own daughters into prostitution for the money, and he throws the money and it lands in socks 3 days in a row. Is the story. There's other individuals that they've mixed into the story, but that's where part of it comes from. And those old sewing machines, I broke at a museum. I hurt myself at one of these little Oregon Trail or whatever or something museum on some old sewing machine.
Ouch!
I accidentally my finger was in the way when I pressed the button, and they didn't. They should have had like some wire or something to keep that from happening, but.
Right, I know.
Busted my fingernail or cut through or something. I don't remember what exactly, but
I remember the old. I used to have the sewing machines with the pedal on the bottom of it, where you would take.
It's one of those ones with the pedal, but it was a really good one with the pedal, because once that pedal started, it just and like one of those. It's like one of those things you remember forever, like that one apartment building that for some reason one of the water pipes going into the place was electrocuted.
Ow! Wow!
And half the kids in the neighborhood ended up touching the thing, and it's like it grabs you and pulls you towards it. And you are thinking when it's grabbing you, it's like, if I don't break free from this thing, I'm probably going to die, right? Some like it hot or have just lost the point in communication. And if you're throwing away that, if you smell like you've been drinking 10 bottles,
Right.
A lot of motivation, but it's all over the place, right?
I saw a lot of turmoil in that card too. Like one is thinking, haha, above, and the other one is like, oh no, like one thinks they're, not better, but just more in control, and it makes the other feel,
I don't know if it's part of the style of this deck or what the deal is, because but the thing, like sometimes in like one of those kid movies, there's like something that goes like their breath reaches, like the ghost reaches under the door and it has to
Yep.
reach around the corner and then it pulls things back, but it has to do it perfectly or it can at all. This is, I guess, that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Sally, she, like in the movie, the movie, she waited and waited for Jack.
And of course, one of the things about the jack-o'-lantern, they were originally turnips, and the whole idea is some guy was trying to earn his place, not to go to hell or something like that, or he was set to wander. So there's a story about some guy who was set to wander because he was obviously one of those for hell, but the devil didn't want him there with him either. So he sent the guy all about doing,
All right.
And the page of potions, I mean the page of presents, in some decks, of course, this is the princess card, but it's better to rise and act starting with the time of horizons. But all those people receiving the presents when they show up, that's,
yeah,
I think it literally is a character right there.
Yeah. Wait comes through.
So what? Fine. Okay.
It's coming. Well, like I'll write down things as it comes to mind. So far, 3 times weight has come to mind when I, looking at the cards and listening, and it's like wait, wait, wait. So maybe that goes along with I don't know, self-control.
I particularly like the Crowley, princess. The Crowley princesses seem to be particularly meaningful, rather than there's somebody showing up like, oh, some stuff's going on.
Right.
So,
right.
They're actually out there doing something, and they're somebody because they're want to be somebody.
Right.
So which cards of those 7 do you want to something about? The 6, the 6 of cups. I don't think we went into that.
6 of cups. And oh yeah, it reminds you of like little lanterns, don't it?
Well, it's the little kid. Some of it's the. I think the 6 of cups is sometimes depicted as a little girl having a tea party.
It's interesting. There's like little bubbles underneath the lanterns, or
well, something's coming up memorable, and it's the festivities.
There's like some water back there, or what I see to be water. Sorry about that glare. It's light. And it's like
nowadays we think of Chinese lanterns.
Like the number 3. I don't know.
It's particularly getting a low quality of what we have. I can't, because of the glare. I'm not sure what it's going to reflect or something. But I told you I had that tiny little hand, and maybe I'll show you before we start another. But wait, what was it? Was it okay? Something about so it's kind of a festive sort of thing. So
Yeah.
so you remember the past holidays, the past little observances, and all that stuff. And so some stuff pops up, but some stuff like some for some you know, the horror rock sort of genre, like half of what Korn is. Half of what Korn music is basically like the horror rock genre, but it's not so much. It's not so much that it's like, you know, like the Rob Zombie, White Zombie thing. People, you know, it's getting to be Halloween. It's like, okay, yeah, definitely want to listen to some of this, but rest of the year it's not really so much.
I can remember when Korn first came out, and it was just so awesome. I just
Well,
wanted
the
to.
lyrics are particularly disturbing sometimes, but it's like it has that childhood sort of like little beats with a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, it makes you feel just like outlets, you know, getting it out. Sometimes listening to music will really help a person get out frustrations. And
Yeah, and honestly, even well, I mean, especially the later Taylor Swift stuff, yeah. But it's like even the earlier Taylor Swift stuff, you see a lot more bad influence technically with that than Marilyn Manson or whatever. I mean, you know, oh, what people want to wear dark makeup or ooh, you know.
The strangest thing, I've never listened to any of Taylor Swift's songs.
Well, she used to be just like the Hannah Montana used to be all well, living in la di da land, whatever, but not this you know, insult to compare a female dog to her sort of person. I mean, insult to the dog. But the but the you know,